Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Gerson, the Vice President of Marketing with MPS Credit Union and the President of the Pinecrest Business Association. And I'm joined today by Alana Perez, who represents Pinecrest Gardens. Thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's exciting that I've been invited to join your show.
Well, we're excited to have you and to learn more about the gardens. I mean, I know everybody knows about the amazing farmers market that's at the gardens every week, but there's so much more to Pinecrest Gardens. I mean, Pinecrest Gardens was there long before the farmers market was there, and it's only grown over the years. And so first tell us about Alana Perez before we talk about the gardens.
Oh, Alana Perez is director of Pinecrest Gardens, and that's all anybody needs to know about me right now, because it's certainly the most important role that I play.
And we can tell by the look on your face that you love that role.
Oh my God, passionate.
Which is amazing. Isn't it amazing to do something that you're so passionate about? It makes life so much nicer.
It's not worth getting up in the morning if you can't be passionate about what you do.
I agree wholeheartedly. So Pinecrest Gardens, when can people go there? What are the hours? When is it open?
Well, just to play off what you said earlier, that it's been around a long time. It dates back to 1936 as Parrot Jungle. Mm-hmm. We are a historic designation. We're on the National Register of Historic Places. We do have a great farmers market, but my gosh, that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of what we have become in the last, I'd say almost 20 years since the village of Pinecrest took the property over. If you look really most significantly at the last 10 years, we have been charged to become South Florida's cultural arts park. And that's what we are, and that's what we do. And we are always improving on ourselves, mm-hmm. but there's so much going on in the gardens now that people really should know about.
Well, let's talk about some of these things that are going on in the gardens right now. I know there's an upper garden project that you guys are working on. So tell us a little bit about that.
This is our newest capital initiative. Back in 2016, we wrote a white paper that addressed the upper garden, which is the oldest part of our facility, the part that has not yet been updated. And it includes our playground, some picnic areas, restrooms. It was a recreational area for kids primarily. Mm-hmm. We really searched deep in our souls and realized that we needed to do something that was completely all-inclusive, where every child, regardless of their abilities, would feel as if it was a place made for them. And so we started out by planning a playground that will be the most incredible playground anyone has ever seen, with wheelchair swings and giant garden creatures, and wow. all with whimsy and art woven through the tapestry. It'll be incredible. We have a new petting zoo that will be so spectacular that we even have a mountain in the middle of it for goats to climb to the summit. It's really so much fun.
That
picnic areas,
amazing.
Restrooms, and the sort of icing on the cake, if you will, is this Inspiration Center, which is a standalone classroom that's attached to our sensory garden for children on the autism spectrum. And that sensory garden will be complete with everything, including children in wheelchairs, including senior adults who can't bend to plant. It will be totally all inclusive. The Inspiration Center will be a classroom. It'll be a rehearsal hall, and it'll be one of the most beautiful properties anyone's ever seen in this part of the world.
So where are we with this project, with the Growing Inspiration campaign?
With the Growing Inspiration campaign, we are just scratching the surface of it right now. We are looking towards donations.
You hear that, everybody?
We have naming rights for everything, starting at $25,000 to $500,000 for the entire building. But most importantly, it will be open this year with the Inspiration Center coming online next year. Our campaign is Growing Inspiration, and everyone can learn a lot more about it by going to friendsofpinecrestgardens.org.
Everybody, make note of that website, friends of
Pinecrestgardens.org.
Pinecrestgardens.org.
It's one big word.
friendsofpinecrestgardens.org. So if you're interested in getting involved with the Growing Inspiration campaign, go to that website or reach out to Alana. I'm sure she will talk to you all about it.
I'll talk your ear off.
Even better. So as you said, there's no donation too big or too small. Obviously, there's certain requirements for certain donations to get your name on things, but obviously you'll take, any type of donate. Yes. Yeah. So the jazz series.
Something that we have called the absolute centerpiece of our performing arts initiative. We have this incredible 500-seat amphitheater that we call the Banyan Bowl. Mm-hmm. And the Banyan Bowl has been operational for the past 11 years, and now jazz is going into its 12th season. We are selling subscriptions to probably one of the best jazz series in all of South Florida. This year we are featuring, starting October, we run one show a month through April. We're starting with the Max Weinberg Quintet, then Bob James, the famous Bob James, legendary Count Basie Orchestra, Delphio Marsalis, and the Uptown Jazz Orchestra coming in from New Orleans. A night of romance and swing with a great vocalist. Her name is Ashley Pizzotti in the South Florida Jazz Orchestra. We have our March show, the John Pizzarelli Trio, and we close with Arturo Sandoval.
So can people buy individual tickets, or is it subscriptions only? How does that work?
For now, we're subscriptions only, and they're only $250 for 7 shows for certain seats and $215 for the upper tier seats that we have, but there are
which are still wonderful seats.
No bad seats in the house. And
it's such an intimate setting.
Totally.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it's magical. If you come to our concerts at night, everything glows in purple, and all you see are the palm trees in the background. It's spectacular.
Do you guys still do the movies there at night, like the kids, the family nights?
We have family movie nights. We have all kinds of festivals happening for children and adults. We have Halloween. We have Nights of Lights, which is holiday. Mm-hmm. We have our Fine Arts Festival. We have a great show this coming year called Bunny Intrusion, Big Bunny Intrusion. And they're these huge inflatable bunnies that will take over our meadow. And then we will end with the Star Wars Festival.
What's the Star Wars Festival? I read about that, but I don't know much about it.
It is the Force. The Force will be with everyone right at Pinecrest Gardens. It's for kids and adults. It ends with a movie. And
a Star Wars movie, of
course. A Star Wars movie, of course. It's a great event. And it's just one of many great events that we do on a regular basis. We have artists coming in. We have probably the premier light immersion artist in the world. His name is Bruce Monroe. His show is opening up in conjunction with Art Basel in December. Uh-huh. And we will have his immersive light experience at the garden for 6 months. And then, of course, we have our artist in resident, the great Xavier Cortada.
So, right, there's always the art of residence that's always there. So the Bruce Monroe, that will intertwine with the holiday.
This is the first time holiday will actually be 2 events in one.
Gotcha.
We have the holiday lights in one area, and then it's going to segue directly into Bruce Monroe. So everyone who comes from holiday will get the Bruce Monroe experience as well.
A 2 for 1.
Absolutely.
That's great. Because it's such a lovely time of year where you could be out and about with your families. I mean, we all sweat it out anyway. We're Floridians and we do it. We live here, good, bad, or ugly with the weather. But I mean, obviously there must be such a bigger draw during the winter months.
Well, there is. And if you reel back to last year when everyone was so tired of being inside, we ran Nights of Lights. And people came out, and it was the most delightful experience after having been on lockdown for so long. This year, it'll be better than ever.
Well, we're all looking forward to. I mean, we all want to be out and about. We were tired of being locked down. I mean, hopefully, everybody needs to be careful. Numbers are spiking a little bit again, so we need to be aware and of our surroundings and take extra precautions. Again, we don't want them to spike any higher than they are, but. Pinecrest Gardens is the perfect place to go, in the outside with your families and spend quality time with your families. So we talked about jazz and movies in the Banyan Bowl. What else goes on in the Banyan Bowl? Is there anything else?
We run a full season of performing arts. That includes classical music, pops, jazz, dance. We have flamenco. We have hip hop. We have ballet. We have classical ballet. We do a nutcracker. We have a theater. We have Shakespeare Theater. And this year, they will be doing, my gosh, I'm having a brain moment. Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I think, my all-time favorite Shakespeare show. And then we do musical theater. We do children's theater. There really is something for everyone.
That's fantastic. And then the splash pad, does that still exist?
It does.
I'm going back. I have a 12-year-old now. I'm going back 10 years.
In fact, we just renewed the whole surface of it, so it's all colorful and it's soft, and it is a favorite of families, of young families, as is the entire Pinecrest Gardens.
Absolutely.
It is a family-friendly venue and one of the best in South Florida.
So I remember when my son was a toddler, and this is, going back a decade or so, but do you guys still host birthday parties like in that playground area? And will the new area be something where families can host that type of event there?
Yes, indeed. It will be. Right now it's closed down because it's under construction, but check with our website or call the office at any time. We will be opening up probably in 3 or 4 months for birthday parties again.
That's great.
So there'll be a whole new level of birthday party with everything.
It sounds spectacular. That's when you were speaking about it earlier. I was like, I got to ask her about the birthday parties just to see if and will the room be open up as like a party room, the classroom type?
That will be
all outdoors.
The birthday parties are primarily outdoors. That room on weekends will be rentable, but it's primarily there Monday through Friday for classroom.
But it's rentable for events on the weekends.
Exactly.
That's what I was getting. That's a great thing to know for people that like to keep their events local and within the village. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful space for parties.
Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful daytime venue around.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. So, the front room is also available for rent too. I know for the PBA, we've had our luncheons in that room. Mm-hmm. So is that still available?
Absolutely.
For people?
Cypress Hall.
Yes, that's what it's called.
And the thing about Cypress Hall, if people are still concerned about being inside during this, coming out of this pandemic, our wall, we have one entire glass wall that opens up to the garden. So it gives people a slightly more sense of safety.
Well, I think it gives you the sense of still being outdoors, even though you're in the AC, right?
In the garden, exactly.
And then, what type of events can people host there, and what is the capacity? Can people have like a wedding there, or a bar mitzvah, or a birthday party?
You hit on a lot of them, and we also do corporate events. We do training sessions. We do workshops there. Our education department does incredible workshops where they learn everything from gardening to how to mix a cocktail with using garden herbs
botanical cocktails.
You got it. and so we really run the gamut of everything a child or a parent or a senior could do.
And how does admission to the gardens work? Is it something that you can pay as you go? Is there a membership?
Our primary admission is $5. It
doesn't break the bank, people.
$5 a person, $3 for seniors, and children under 2 come in free. So also active military come in free as well. Our rental fees are very reasonable. People should check into it. I'm not going to go through the entire laundry list of it. Right. But membership, we do have family memberships available. We have single memberships available. It's all online at pinecrestgardens.org, or you can call our office at 305-669-6990.
For more information on the gardens, go to pinecrestgardens.org. The phone number is on the website. So you can learn everything that the gardens has to offer. There's so much there, and it's such a beautiful place to go. And it's a great family afternoon that doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, obviously right now it's hot, but the splash pad is there.
And wherever you go, there will be art and whimsy and people having a wonderful time.
What haven't we talked about? Have we not touched on anything? I'm walking through in my head to make sure that we touched on everything.
Well, I can say with complete conviction that we are a gem in the village of Pinecrest. And
I agree.
The village of Pinecrest has invested so much to make this garden this botanical mecca of perfection, absolute perfection. And I have just the great council to thank for that.
It's truly lovely. It's beautiful there, and I encourage everybody to go visit it. If anything, go on Sunday and go to the farmers market, have some breakfast or some lunch, and then venture your way through the gardens.
Don't stop at the market. You have to come in as well.
Of course, don't stop in the parking lot. The farmers market's in the parking lot. Go through the entryway, pay the entry fee, support the village, and check out this mecca. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
So if you want more information, go to pinecrestgardens.org. You could reach out, I'm sure, to the gardens. They're always happy to take the phone calls.
We're open. Our administrative offices are open from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 every evening, but the park is open 365 days a year from 9 in the morning until 6 at night.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alana, for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Jennifer.
It's been great. It's been such an energetic conversation. I love energetic conversations. And for the Pinecrest Business Association, our next event is on August 19th. It's an after-hours mixer that we are doing along with the Palmetto Bay Business Association at Pig Floyd Barbecue. Your first drink is on us. Light bites will be there. There's no cost to attend. So if you want to check us out, or if you're a member and you want to get back to networking before the fall starts, join us there. Our next luncheon will be September 21st. September 21st, where we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Village of Pinecrest. And we're going to have wonderful speakers like Evelyn Greer and Gary Matzner and Mayor Joe. The schools will be there. It's going to be a fantastic event. And we're going to do like a taste of Pinecrest, of all the different restaurants that are members of the PBA. So you'll have lots of food to eat and great people to listen to and amazing networking. So make sure you join us. You could also check out these events at pinecrestbusiness.com. If you want more information on the village, you can go to the village website. If you want more information on the gardens, go to pinecrestgardens.org. And thank you to the Miller brothers for hosting us. As always, you guys are wonderful. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.